Have you ever replayed a conversation 20 times in your head, wondering if you said the wrong thing? Why do some people's brains refuse to switch off even when nothing is actually wrong? What if overthinking isn't a flaw, but a brain that's working too hard to protect you? People who think too much are often misunderstood. Others call them dramatic, sensitive, too deep. But psychology says something very different. Overthinkers usually have high-threat prediction systems. Their brains are constantly scanning for mistakes, rejection, future problems, and emotional danger. It's not random. It's your brain trying to keep you safe before pain happens. That's why your mind keeps asking, what if they're upset? What if this goes wrong? What if I missed something? To your brain, thinking more feels like surviving better. Here's what's really happening. Your brain's prefrontal cortex loves solving problems, but when it teams up with anxiety, it turns into mental looping. Instead of solving, it starts replaying. The same memory, the same fear, the same what if. Psychologists call this rumination, repetitive thinking focused on distress. It feels productive, but most of the time, it's just your brain trying to gain control over uncertainty. And humans hate uncertainty. Your brain would rather imagine 100 bad scenarios than sit with not knowing. That's why people who think too much often feel mentally exhausted by situations that seem small to everyone else. Because they're not living the moment once. They're living it dozens of times in their head. This is why overthinkers replay text messages before sending them. Analyze someone's tone change for hours. Assume silence means something is wrong. Prepare for conversations that may never happen. Their brain is constantly trying to reduce emotional risk. In psychology, this connects to anticipatory anxiety. Your mind believes, if I think about every possibility, I won't get hurt. But here's the trap. The more you overthink, the more your brain learns that uncertainty is dangerous. So next time, it thinks even more. That's how overthinking becomes a habit loop. Not because you're weak, because your brain got rewarded for being prepared. A lot of deep thinkers develop this habit early. Maybe they grew up in unpredictable environments. Maybe they had to read moods fast. Maybe making mistakes once felt emotionally expensive. So the brain adapted. It became hyper-aware, hyper-analytical, always 3 steps ahead. That skill can make someone emotionally intelligent, observant, and highly self-aware. But it also makes rest difficult, because even peace can feel suspicious. When your mind is used to scanning for danger, calmness can feel unfamiliar. And unfamiliarity itself becomes another thing to analyze. So if you think too much, it doesn't always mean something is wrong with you. Sometimes it means your brain became too good at protecting you. The real skill isn't stopping thoughts. It's learning the difference between useful reflection and fear disguised as thinking. Because not every thought deserves your attention. Some thoughts are just anxiety asking for certainty that life can never give. The people who think the most often feel the most, notice the most, and care the most. That's powerful. But only when you stop letting your mind confuse preparation with peace. If this felt personal, comment, I overthink, but I'm learning why. And subscribe to CurioLab-XPLN for more mind and psychology mysteries.